The first day, we set up early in the morning to Playa Mujeres. To go there, we had to go to Puerto Juárez. From there, we took a ferry to go to Isla Mujeres. Remember to book your excursion some weeks before. The material is included in the price of the excursion. And remember to take waterproof or aquatic camera to take beautiful and credible pictures. Don't worry, sharks are harmless in this area. We had lunch in one of the local restaurants of this area that offers typical Mexican food dishes. After lunch, we took the ferry to Puerto Juárez, and we took a 2 hours bus to Tulum. It took 2 hours to visit all the Mayan city of Tulum. I advise you to go with a guide to learn about the curiosities of the place. The same bus took us back to the resort to have dinner and go to bed.
I wanted to show a real example of what a student could do using Turboscribe.ai and ChatGPT to get feedback on, in this case, a video they'd made. The first step for a student is to find their recording. In this case, it was a video, and upload it to Turboscribe AI and to ask for it to be transcribed. Usually, the student should then listen to their recording and look at the transcription to check whether anything has been automatically corrected or if there are any gross mistranscriptions which need editing. There were no problems with the transcription. The next stage is to click on the three dots at the top on the right and choose ChatGPT, and then to move down the options there to custom prompt. The student then needs to select all the custom prompt and delete it, and to go and find the 9-step prompt from WhatsApp or a Google Doc or whatever method is used, and to copy that and paste it in to the custom prompt. The student then should click on Generate ChatGPT Prompt, copy ChatGPT prompt, and then open the ChatGPT app and paste in the long prompt. Clicking on the up arrow should get ChatGPT to obey the prompt, and it will then do step 1 of the 9 steps. Step 1 only identifies where the errors are, and this gives the student a chance to think about how they would correct it themselves. Writing next and clicking the up arrow moves on to step 2, which is correcting the errors. Typing next brings up step 3, which is writing out the complete corrected transcript so that the student can listen to it.
Step 3. Correct version without mistakes. The first day we set off early in the morning to Playa Mujeres. To go there, we had to go to Puerto Juarez. From there, we took a ferry to go to Isla Mujeres. Remember to book your excursion some weeks before. The material is included in the price of the excursion. And remember to take a waterproof or aquatic camera to take beautiful and realistic pictures. Don't worry, sharks are harmless in this area. We had lunch in one of the local restaurants of this area that offer typical Mexican dishes. After lunch, we took the ferry to Puerto Juarez and then took a 2-hour bus to Tulum. It took 2 hours to visit all of the Mayan city of Tulum. I advise you to go with a guide to learn about the interesting facts of the place. The same bus took us back to the resort to have dinner and go to bed. Next.
Typing next moves ChatGPT onto step 4, which is to produce an improved version of the transcript at the same level. The way the changes have been indicated is not quite what I'd intended. Here, it takes each complete sentence, produces the original version, and then an arrow onto the improved version. Typing next and clicking on the up arrow takes us to step 5, which is the improved version at the same level that you can listen to.
Step 5. Changed version at the same level. On the first day, we set off early in the morning for Playa Mujeres. To get there, we first had to travel to Puerto Juarez. From there, we took a ferry to Isla Mujeres. Make sure to book your excursion a few weeks in. The equipment is included in the excursion price. Also bring a waterproof or underwater camera to capture stunning and realistic photos. Don't be afraid, the sharks in this area are harmless. We had lunch at a local restaurant serving typical Mexican dishes. After lunch, we returned to Puerto Juarez by ferry and then took a 2-hour bus ride to Tulum. Exploring the entire Mayan city of Tulum took about 2 hours. I recommend going with a guide to learn fascinating details about the site. The same bus brought us back to the resort for dinner and rest. Next.
Typing next and clicking on the up arrow moves ChatGPT onto step 6, which is changes to make it an improved version 1 level higher than the student's version. Typing next and clicking on the up arrow takes us to step 7, which is the complete improved transcript one level up that you can listen to.
Step 7, changed version 1 level up. On our first day, we left early in the morning to head to Playa Mujeres. Our journey began with a trip to Puerto Juarez. From there, we caught the ferry to Isla Mujeres, enjoying the scenic ride across the water. It's best to book your excursion weeks ahead to secure your spot. All necessary equipment is provided as part of the excursion cost. Don't forget to bring a waterproof or underwater camera to take breathtaking pictures. There's no need to worry, the sharks in this area are completely harmless. For lunch, we stopped at a cozy local restaurant offering authentic Mexican cuisine. After lunch, we took the ferry back to Puerto Juarez and continued our journey with a 2-hour bus ride to Tulum. We spent around 2 hours exploring the fascinating ruins of the Mayan city of Tulum. I highly recommend hiring a guide to gain deeper insights into the history and significance of the site. Later, the same bus took us back to the resort where we had dinner and relaxed after a long but exciting day. Next.
At any point, a student can ask for the meaning of a word, and it doesn't interrupt the steps. They can then say next and move on to the following step.
Insights means a deep understanding or useful knowledge about something. In this case, hiring a guide helps visitors gain a better understanding of the history and significance of Tulum.
The explanations of vocabulary are good and contextualized. Typing next and clicking on the up arrow takes us on to step 8, which is another version 2 levels above the student's level. Typing next and clicking on the up arrow takes us on to the final step, step 9, which is a complete transcript that we can listen to 2 levels above the student's original transcript.
Step 9, changed version 2 levels up. Our adventure began early in the morning as we set off for Playa Mujeres. To get there, we first made our way to Puerto Juarez, a bustling port. From there, we boarded a ferry to Isla Mujeres, taking in the breathtaking views of the turquoise sea. To avoid disappointment, it's a good idea to book your excursion well in advance. The excursion includes all the essential equipment, so there's no need to bring your own. Be sure to pack a waterproof or underwater camera to capture unforgettable moments. You can swim with peace of mind as the sharks here pose no danger to humans. We enjoyed a delicious meal at a charming local restaurant where we savoured authentic Mexican flavours. After lunch, we made our way back to Puerto Juarez by ferry before embarking on a scenic 2-hour bus journey to Tulum. We spent 2 captivating hours wandering through the ancient ruins of Tulum, admiring its breathtaking cliffside views. A knowledgeable guide is a must if you want to truly appreciate the rich history and cultural significance of this site. In the evening, we returned to the resort, where we enjoyed a relaxing dinner and reflected on an unforgettable day of exploration.
Bustling seemed to be quite a difficult word, so I asked ChatGPT for an explanation, and the explanation was very good.
Bustling means full of activity or busy, with lots of people or things happening. In this context, describing Puerto Juarez as a bustling port means it's a busy place with lots of movement, such as ferries coming and going and many people.